Hey everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Coco's here too. I haven't done just a regular vlog in a little bit, so I wanted to do that this morning.
I got books.
Oh my lord. What do you do when your child is so energetic that nothing calms them down? It has been that kind of a morning with little Moana here. We were awake. We were awake at 4 in the morning. Cora wanted to get up and come snuggle with Daddy, which, if it's like 6, which is when I normally get up, that's fine. 4 in the morning though is kind of, oh boy. So here you have me in all my 4 in the morning glory, my stained sweatshirt with my crazy unkempt hair, and I'm also cleaning the kitchen. Hey dude, can you go over and draw everybody a picture? Go draw them a picture and then we can show them in a minute. Okay. How has my week been going? Well, it's been a bit nuts. For those of you who don't know, I work for World Vision, and we are in the midst of our busiest season right now, which means all hands on deck, pedal to the metal, and we are going. We are flying to save the babies. Lord Jesus. Look at it. You look at it. There it is. What is it, Coco?
It's Motunui.
It's Motunui. We are chasing this one around, trying to figure out what things work. We've actually been trying at night some essential oils in a diffuser. Hi. I've been diffusing lavender. Can you not, please?
Bobby, video.
Okay, but Daddy's also talking to the lovely folks. This is also a really great example of Cora not on her medication yet. Because your medication helps you focus, right? Helps you slow down a little bit. I'm totally losing my train of thought. This is me without any assistance. I love you so much. We've been trying to use essential oils at night, diffusing lavender, and then there's, I don't know what kind of oil it is. It's labeled sleep, and I put, it's in a little roller, and I put a little on her wrists and the bottom of her feet. And I can't say we've seen a huge difference, but it has been a marked difference. Bedtime is typically pretty chaotic. I did a video chatting about our little bedtime experiences, and we have seen her be a little bit more calm. I've also been trying to play some worship music on my acoustic guitar. I'm a musician and a songwriter, so I like to sing to my girls, and so I've been trying to do that more often at night in hopes that some soft worship music will kind of help calm the brains of us all. It's been chaotic around here, y'all. Does anybody in Washington State actually say y'all other than me? Because I feel like that's not a thing here. Hi. Hi. You need something? Chaos. Yes. Me working 5 to 6 days a week. Sarah works 3 to 4 days a week, opening at Starbucks. So at the very least 3 days a week, she's getting up at like 2:30 in the morning to open at like 3:15. So she's a champ, let me tell you. Those days I just start work a little bit later, but with that, everything feels like we're constantly busy. Why are you hitting me in the butt with a broom? I'm continuing to do some research and some reading on parents with ADHD, parents who've been successful doing this with ADHD, whatever their definition of success happens to be. And I'm also looking at both sides of the coin. So looking at those who kind of share a similar view to ours. We believe in medication. We don't believe that it works for everybody, but we do believe in it. It has been a benefit to Cora. And we also don't believe in over-medicating. In the process of getting Cora on ADHD medication, good Lord, I look like hell. We tried different doses, and they're very low. I don't remember exactly what the milligrams are, but very low. We tried a couple and then realized that we weren't really seeing any difference in her ability to kind of slow down and hone that attention. And then we also crossed a line where we noticed that she had kind of gone into almost zombie phase. And I remember as a kid, I experienced that with medication. And so I'm like, no way. So this is coming from a guy who really had kind of a negative experience. Love you, Coco. Kind of had a negative experience with ADHD medication in my childhood, where I really felt like it just killed my personality. So when we crossed that threshold with Cora and we saw that she would go into super duper focus mode and not the typical hyper focus that the ADHD club can experience, but it was like she would sit down. I think at one point she sat down on the floor and just like zoned, and that crushed me. And I was like, I don't want to medicate my child in the negative context, just because it's peace and quiet. No way. I want her to still be the slightly over energetic, creative, kind of crazy little girl that she is. I love that about her. Let me make that clear. I love that about Cora, and I believe that the brain that she's been given plays into that, and that's part of who she is. So the point of the medication is not to say, no, we need to turn you down so that we can manage you. Absolutely not. The medication is meant to give her leverage so that she can utilize the gifts that she's been given to the best of their ability. And I'll use an example. We had her sit down and draw 3 pictures. Just gave her some markers and a few pieces of paper and told her to go to town, draw whatever. And what came out of that, this is prior to taking her medication, what came out of that was a bunch of scribbles and lines and colors. And you know, for kids her age, that's not out of the norm. It's not. So we didn't think much of it. But then we thought, well, after we give her the medication, let's give her the markers again and ask her to draw some pictures again. And what happened this time is she sat down and drew a family of robots. Okay, so there was a mommy, a daddy, a kid, and then she even drew a house. And daddy sat down, I even drew an extra one for her. So we saw her creative brain actually slow down enough to where she could take those ideas and that creativity and put it onto paper. Instead of having all of the screens in her head going at once, she was able to turn enough of those screens off to create something really cool. And I was super proud that it was robots, because I'm a huge nerd and I just love that stuff. I've been doing a lot of reading into that. I've seen some stuff that I've really liked. I've seen some stuff that has frankly made me angry. There's a video I watched. I'll see if I can find the link, just in case you guys might want to watch it. There's a video I watched where essentially at the end of the video, which I felt like this was kind of the overarching statement of the video, was, by giving your children ADHD medication, you are essentially turning them into crackheads. What are you talking about? And that just absolutely pushed me over the edge. I had to stop the video. I was so angry because you can't blanket statement something like this. I tend to not blanket statement anything, okay? I can't come to you, having not had your life experiences, and say, oh, well, by you making that choice, you're doing this. Because I haven't experienced what you've experienced. So how dare I step in and expect that my opinion matters to you and should have some effect or impact on who you are, your thought process. Forget that, screw that. But I want to learn as much as I can from both sides because I want my voice to matter. I want my voice to matter as a parent, as a daddy to a child with ADHD, and as a parent with ADHD. Because I'm still struggling, you guys. I've been procrastinating. What? An ADHD parent procrastinating? No. I've been procrastinating on getting back to the doctor to actually find an effective medication for myself. I've developed some tools that I use on a mostly consistent basis that help me on my day-to-day, but I really want to grow that much further, and I feel like getting some counseling and finding a medication that will help would be a big benefit. So all of that to say, this has been another musings of an ADHD dad, if you will. I appreciate you guys. You're amazing, and I'll talk to you again soon. Deuces.